Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Friday, December 16th, 2022. Before I get started on tonight's topic, one word of reminder. This Sunday morning for me, it may be later in the day for you folks, we'll be doing a meditation via a live stream. It's our monthly one. Any positive intention is welcome, but we're going to start with our focus on improvements we would like to see in the mainstream media, and that includes all media platforms. And you're welcome to join us. We don't take very long, and you don't have to stay for the whole thing if you don't want to, but you're invited. Okay, well, tonight I'm not going to be doing a political read. So if you're looking for political stuff, you may want to just scoot onto another video somewhere or do some other reading. I am going to ask the universe about a rumor I heard earlier this week that intrigued me. And that rumor was that our loving Creator has, as part of our Creator's plan, one awake person is ideally placed in every family grouping or a social grouping or even a work grouping. So families don't have to be your biological unit. I know that for me, my circle includes some of my regular commenters here on the channel, or maybe if you work, it's everybody in your building or in your department or what have you, or maybe your social circle. Maybe, you've got a group you meet with regularly. And I thought that was really intriguing. And it makes sense if you believe, like I believe, that we truly have a loving Creator that wants the best for us and is trying to set us up for the most success possible. It would make sense that every person would have access without a lot of desperate searching for someone who could provide information if there's a huge change in our world or political structure or what have you. I just thought that was a really intriguing possibility, and I'd like to see if the cards can kind of confirm that for us. Now, before I do, I did find one article that I thought, and it's not a supportive one for people that are politically awake, but it works if that's where your area of awakening is. I personally think the awakening is a combination of political awakening to the machinations and evil that's been part of our world, and a spiritual one where we learn about the power of our ability to manifest, to raise our vibration and our frequency and create our reality, or at least impact it with our thoughts, our outlook. And I think it's a package deal for me. So I was able to read this with a lens of both political and then just a personal spiritual growth path type thing. So let me show you this article I found, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below this video. Okay. I found it at nanice.com. Are you more awake than your family? 12 ways to heal relationships. And again, I'll have a link to that down below. Now, just a word of, if you roll your eyes at healing relationships because you've tried everything, it's also some tips and strategies on how to kind of let go, and just really good advice. So I'd suggest taking a few minutes to read that article and see if you don't find it as informative and helpful as I did. Because I know in my own biological family unit, I am the most awake person in our family, with one person just kind of starting to wake up. So I really do enjoy and count on the support I get from you folks. It's a reciprocal arrangement where we kind of build each other up and keep each other going. Truly is. Okay, so this question I have for the universe tonight is the rumor I heard that our loving Creator has, to the best extent possible, placed one awake person in each family grouping or a social grouping, or some kind of a structure that they're regularly a part of, to help and assist if there's a big change. Is that true? And is there other information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. Okay, universe, what do you have to inform and advise us about this topic? I know many of us feel a little lonely sometimes because we are that single person inside a bigger unit. might be helpful to know that that's part of a bigger plan than us, and that's part of the reason why. Let's find out what the universe wants us to know, though. Okay? Our first card is the devil. Then the world. Two major arcanas. Six of Swords. The Sun. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. Okay, well, first of all, out of 7 cards pulled so far, we have 3 major arcanas and an ace. So it's an important question. I've always said our universe, our loving creator, wants to communicate with us and is open to some rather, what we might consider offbeat paths to do so. Okay, so this card, the devil card, shows up as kind of an answer, and it's interesting because the devil card is about choices. It's about temptations, yes, and we can be tempted to not follow a path we maybe previously had agreed to. But we had a choice, and if you are, and it's a choice that's to benefit the entire world. So we're getting a big solid yes here, that this is part of a bigger plan, and it's one for the whole world. And when it's the world, see, right now we don't have anything in the way of a political card showing up here. We do in the near future, but our world is changing, absolutely changing. And we have, if you're awake and you're the only person in your family or social unit who is, it's because at some point you said yes. You said yes. God bless you. God bless us. Okay, recent past. Okay, I think the time when we're going to be used is coming close. We've been slowly getting our world out of a troubled place and going towards a better one. And we're getting there, folks. Look here, right solidly in the present, we have the sun showing up, which is a joy, success, positive outcome. There is no way to read this wrong. And it's aspected so well by the world on this side, okay? And then if we just look at this as simply that we had a choice and we made one that the universe is very proud of, okay? It's well aspected either way when it's viewed with that lens. And I think it should be. I think it should be. Now, moving forward, we're getting a little nod that some of this awakening, where we're also politically aware of some of the extreme influences on our politics, governmental structures, and stuff like that, that are so nefarious and even have some off-world origins. We're going to be useful for that too, but to a lesser extent, because the changes for the world, when those come through, that's going to automatically start heralding some big changes in our governance styles and structures. The Queen of Cups indicates emotional intelligence. Okay, so hopefully we're getting smart enough to listen to our intuition, to learn our powers of manifesting, to hold our tongue with those who aren't awake. Some people, by their own free will never wake up. Some will. So I've been hearing the phrase, and I think it's beautiful. Our job now is not to awaken the sleepers, but to help the other lions finish waking up. And I'm paraphrasing that. Okay. And again, we got a solid ace here, Ace of Swords. Total success card here, going along with the world and sun. So it's looking really good for us that these changes are happening. That phrase, nothing can stop what is coming, I think it's very, very true. Okay, let's look at a few other cards here. A little more confirmation that after the world makes some changes, there's going to be some political changes here. This is my Alliance White Hat card. King of Pentacles is showing up too. Hello, King of Pentacles. When he shows up, he's generosity and a gift. Okay, faithful provider, success. We got a lot of success cards showing up in this read, folks. A lot of them. And then confirming that we're at the end of an era, we have the Ten of Swords, and it's landing on top of this. So if you didn't think of this as just choices, his day's kind of getting done. And the Lovers card shows up, another beautiful card about partnership energy and just very, very gracious and loving. Doesn't get much better than that. And now, again, we've added another major arcana to this read. So if you find your energy flagging a little bit, if it seems a little bit wearying to be the only person in your circle who's awake, come to places like this channel and interact in the comments, because we'll be there for each other. Part of our circle here is being more awake maybe than a lot of people and willing to lovingly support one another. And let me tell you, if things don't stay supportive and loving, because you can disagree lovingly and that's fine. But if you get to name calling or poking or, saying something disparaging, don't be surprised if your comment leaves here. I have no problem with people politely disagreeing or having a different viewpoint, but this will not be a site where tolerance is of any type of attacks are allowed. If you can't frame something in a way that you just say, well, my opinion differs from yours, it's this, then maybe this isn't the place for you. And that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen occasionally. And I think we've got one or two people coming in from other places that are trying to see if they can spread some negative energy. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're in it to win it. We love one another. We love this world. We love the changes that we see coming. And we want to be part of it. And we want to be part of it in the most positive ways possible. So be it. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate it greatly. And I do appreciate every single one of you that have taken the time to like or subscribe or resubscribe if you had to, or been generous with me. As always, it's appreciated, but please make sure you can afford it if you do it. If you can't, that's not a problem. You can support me with positivity just as strongly as someone else does with dollars. Okay? Thank you. Until next time, keep smiling. It's one of our most powerful weapons. It truly is. Good night.